Guys, how's everybody doing? Hope everybody's having a great day. We're into this second week of the year 2023. So everyone that I haven't wished a happy New Year's. I hope your New Year's is going good, great so far. But this is kitchen talk time and it's Granna. But I want to get into the little bit of the conversation about the football player. You know, everybody has heard about this. Millions of people was watching the game when this happened. I personally was not watching the game, but Dad was. He immediately came in and told me what had happened to this young man. So, yeah, let's talk about that for just a few minutes. Damar Hamlin tragically got injured, or his injury that he got on the field when making a tackle caused him to go into, well, most people was thinking it was a heart attack, but he definitely lost conscious. They had to revive him, give him CPR, and bring him back around. He's still in the hospital recovering, and we just want to, continue to just pray to God that he continue to cover him with his Holy Spirit and give him strength to come through this, survive this, and to just have a speedy recovery and just, come through this. They saying one good thing about this situation is the fast reaction that the doctors on the sideline did, and his health, his overall health, and his age span, is a big impact of him recovering, because he was in really good shape and really good health. And nobody knows when any of this is going to happen, but we know these young men's and women athletes put their life on the line. We don't look at it as being a life-threatening job or anything, but at any time they can take one impact or one hit that could end up paralyzing them, killing them, losing their brain functions. I mean, anything could happen with just one hit. It's just very unfortunate, with what happened with Damar Hamlin. And it's just really sad. But we, like I said, we as the outsider, we're just here to watch the entertainment, and we're getting excited when the games is on, rooting for our best team and, who we want, our best players and everything. But we don't think about, what they're doing on a weekly basis when they're getting out there doing this, when they're getting out there putting their heart into it and they're playing. We don't think about that it could be a different outcome, sometimes, and how they probably, a lot of times when they walk off the field at the end of those games, they're probably just, body is just tore down because of all the hits they've taken and the drama from those hits and stuff, and they probably just sore as sore can be. But that's something they love to do, and they continue to do it weekly for us and everything. So, but I wanted to also talk about the young man that he tackled, and his helmet, his head ended up hitting Damar in the chest, the compact from the tackle. I think his name was Higgins, T. Higgins. And I had read somewhere that he was just really just distraught. He was just really feeling guilty and overwhelmed with guilt and feeling so bad. And, I couldn't even imagine how he feel, because really, he was the last one to have that physical contact with Damar. And I know he probably felt like feels like it's his fault, but it's not no one's fault. And it's just, like I said, unfortunate tragedy that happened. But we know we need to also, as we're saying our prayers for Damar, we need to make sure we're praying for him, for T. Higgins also, and keeping him in our prayers and asking God to give him clarification, to let him understand that this was not his fault. This is just something that happened. It was out of his control. It just happened. So we need to pray for him, because, that can put him in a whole different state of mind, taking on this guilt, feeling and carrying this load, that he thinks that he was the cause of what happened to Damar. And you know, they say he's been there at his side from the time he got to the hospital, and the whole team, the whole support of the whole team, the whole support of the whole of the world. You know, Damar Hamlin, he has a he has a nonprofit organization where he raises, I think, toys or money for kids. You know, and his goal starting out for that was only like $2,500, and I think like right now it's right at 7 million or over 7 million, because people want to do something. They want to contribute to something to him. You know, so the only way that they can do that is through his nonprofit organization that he has going on. But like I said, we should also be praying for the player, the young athlete that he had that contact with, because if I got his name right, I hope I do, I think it's T. Higgins. You know, that's a big burden for T to be carrying around and trying to come to grip with, you know, the guilt of that. So we definitely need to keep him in our prayers too. And, you know, like I said, just ask God to cover him, to strengthen his mind, to let him know that this is not his fault, and to continue that prayer for Damar that, you know, he's going to pull through this. He's going to be okay. But this, you know, this should give us a little something to think, you know, once again, about life, period. Life, just period in general. You never know what life is going to throw at you. You never know what's going to happen from any minute to minute. You know, when they went into that game, was it Sunday? It may have been Sunday, Saturday or Sunday. When they went into that game, both teams, they went in energetic, you know, ready to play and give it their all and entertain us. None of them, you know, no one would have even imagined that anything like this would have happened 9 minutes into the game. You know, it was just, it was a tragic, because when I watched the replay, like I said, I didn't watch the game, but of course they've been replaying it and showing it. When I saw the impact of the tackle, I didn't see any difference in that tackle than any other tackle that I've watched before. And when he stood up, you know, from that, you could see, you know, immediately he was wobbling a little bit. So, you know, you knew when he went down, it was something serious. And I mean, I'm glad that, like I said, once again, they have these trained doctors right there on hand to be there for these players and to make sure they're, you know, they're good. And, you know, thank God that that was in place and they was there. And just thank God for Damar Hamlin being the person that he was, with the health that he was in, being in a good health and everything, you know, because I do believe he's going to beat this. He's going to be fine. There's going to be probably a long road for recovery. But, you know, just continue, like I said, you know, as you're praying and sending out prayers for him and his family and his teammates and everything, just throw a little prayer in there for T. Higgins and, you know, what he's going through with his mind, because his mind is really, you know, messing with him right now. Yeah, you know, you never want to hurt anyone. You know, even playing sports. You know, when you play sports with someone, or you're, you know, whatever you're doing, you know, whatever activity you may be doing with someone else, you know, you can be competitive and you want to win, but you don't want to hurt anyone in that. You know, you don't want at the end of that competition someone to be gotten hurt. Now, I understand when it comes to boxers and wrestlers and you know, those type of close contact sports, when you're really using physical contact with each other and you're hitting each other wherever you think you can to win. You know, during that moment, I'm sure they're in the mindset that they just got to take this person down. They got to take them down so that they win. But I would hope that it's only during that time that they really not trying to kill someone. Or, I mean, being in those type of sports, once you go through them, you're gonna come out with some type of mental something, going on. We've seen it. We've seen it with the many of some of the best wrestlers. I mean, boxers and wrestlers there are. They had that long life impactment of their help with their sports and what they chose to do and what they enjoy doing and bringing that entertainment to us. Sometimes I watch wrestling every week, and sometimes as I'm watching that, I kind of think, is this for real? Is this for real? Are they really, hitting each other like that? And when I started seeing blood, and I'm like, this is for real. They really trying to take this person out and win this match, and it's kind of sad, but it's like I say, it's entertaining. And we don't know what all, they have to go through to prepare their bodies for those different types of impact that it takes. But it can be a lot. It's a lot. It is a lot. It can be a lot. And we just have to just thank them as they, entertain us, as they put their bodies on the line every week, every day. And they're out there doing this. This is their job. We just have to thank them and pray that they walk away from each one of those games or those wrestling matches or whatever they're doing, that they walk away healthy as they did when they came into it. So guys, just remember to pray for Damar Hamlin, for his continuing speedy recovery, because last I read and heard, he was recovering very well. Continue to pray for Higgins. He's the young athlete, the young football player that he had the impact contact with. And just pray for all these athletes out here as we watch them on Saturdays and Sundays, and entertaining ourselves, getting our popcorn, sitting up ready to see these games. Just pray for these players, okay? All right, well, I'm about to get up out of here and go on about my business. Guys, just remember to always stay positive, be kind to people, and just live your best life. Don't take a minute of it for granted. Live the best life that you can, okay? Don't forget to go back, show Granna some love. Hit that subscribe button, share my video, leave me a comment. I appreciate you guys, and I love y'all. Have a great day. I'm going to check you out next time around.